Hello, this is Finky with LanParty, and today I'm going to be playing a very old RPG turn-based game called Gladius. It was released for Xbox and GameCube, and maybe on PlayStation. I'm not sure about that last one though, but it was definitely on both the Xbox and the GameCube. I'm just going to jump in here and let's see. Let's go ahead and go with the Valen story arc, and let me just can I skip this? Yeah. The game has won numerous awards, such as best game nobody ever played, things like that. And basically, I'm gonna go ahead and walk out through the story. Who I'm playing as right now is this kid named Valens, and his father died in the games, and he inherited his school. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and rebuild his school. We're gonna travel the land, try and recruit new gladiators.
Remember, we're just sparring.
Purchase equipment to outfit those gladiators with. We're gonna level them up a little bit, and we're gonna try and compete in these arena matches and make some money and win some trophies and badges and whatnot. What you see down there, that's the swing meter. It's
I'm surprised you never used them.
It's just hang on. Yeah, go ahead and empower self.
Son of a mongrel.
Yeah, sorry, this is a tutorial. This is the tutorial part.
Be aware of your connection to the gods, he used to say. It was his gift to me.
Impressive. But you will need more than that to best me.
Yeah, come on. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna go in for a strike. And the swing meter on the bottom, we're gonna try and get in that red area. That's how we crit. And it looks like we got a standard hit. The blue area is like a fumble. Those are the attacks you'll usually miss, or they'll do very little damage.
Have you had enough?
For certain.
And every different kind, like all the different kinds of attacks, they're gonna have slightly different swing meters. Some you'll have to press just that little A button in the red area. Others will have a yellow area you can go to for safety, and then the red area will be surrounded by two different blue areas, so that if you try and go for a crit, you risk fumbling. Other things will have you hit a series of keys as fast as you can, and if you can hit them fast enough, you'll crit, and if you're too slow, you'll fumble. And we'll see all those throughout the game. I'm just gonna try and like hurry up and rush through this tutorial part.
Reacquainted yourselves with the sword.
Into the breach once more.
That's great. I already know what I'm doing.
Well, that is enough of the basics. It is time.
All right, I'll probably stop skipping all these cutscenes once we get into the actual game. It's just I'm kind of in a hurry to actually start playing. And we're still gonna have a little bit more tutorials to go through, but it might give me a chance to teach y'all more about the mechanics and some of the other different gameplay elements. So what you just saw there was the overland map. Eventually,
wait, I think this is it. Yes.
Eventually, we'll get to controller characters on overland map. It's a lot like Final Fantasy didn't have that, did it?
Here is the place where you will register. Her job is to...
Welcome, Valens.
Hang on. Let's get through all this. I should have just started this video after all the tutorial stuff was over. But, the overland map, I'll show you more of that once we get the opportunity to actually travel it. First things first, I need to... If I just do this, I'll win them all. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go with the training exam. Yeah. Alright, this is the deployment screen. When you're in when you enter into a battle, you're going to be able to select your characters and choose where to place them. As you can see right now, I only have one option how to deploy my people, so we're gonna go with that. But in other matches, you'll have a couple of different options where you want to deploy your gladiators and whatnot. I'm playing this on the Dolphin emulator. Don't tell Nintendo that this is a GameCube ISO, or else I'll have to pull up my old Xbox and hook it up.
Now you must show what you have learned.
But yeah. All right. So, okay, sorry.
For the pride of the
Here we
school.
go. So we got a couple different characters. That's a light, that's a medium, that's a heavy. Go into a little bit more detail on that in a moment. For now, I'm just gonna move Valens up here, And there is a height advantage and disadvantage element to this game. And basically, if you are if you have the height advantage, you will deal more damage in your attacks. You'll be more likely to dodge or take less damage from their attacks. You might see it here. That's not only because of the height advantage, he's also a light, and it has a rock, paper, scissors like mechanic. So if a light goes up against a medium, which both of my characters at the beginning are medium characters, they're going to do less damage. Now that guy's a heavy, and if he goes after my medium, he's going to actually deal more damage than what would normally be done. To like if he was doing damage for another heavy, he'd do his average damage. Since he's going to attack my medium, he's going to do extra damage. And since this is a light, I'm going to do quite a bit of damage to him on the first strike. I probably should have used that special maneuver, whatever it's called, Son of Balance or whatever. This guy, I'm gonna have him take on the medium. Maybe we can get him out of the game early. And yeah, one more attack like that, and we can take him out, and it'll just be the heavy. But now it's their turn, and the heavy's gonna go. Can he dodge? Nope, he can't dodge. See, what a blow, even from a height disadvantage. And then this guy's gonna, and that's because you also have flanking advantages and flanking disadvantages. Let's see right here. Oh, and that's not gonna. Okay, cool. He dodged that one. So what I'm thinking about doing is, it still predicts that I'll do enough damage to kill him. You can see up there, that's his health bar on the top, underneath his name, Cogidunus. And that little flashing area, I'll show you this right here. That little flashing area is what it predicts, the damage amount it predicts I'll do to him. So it predicts that I should kill this guy, and so we're gonna go for that. And it puts us closer to the medium. So just like that. Oh, and yeah. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. But let's see, is it more? Yeah, it's more important. Well, we're gonna go for this guy. If I can get a crit, I can take him out.
We're losing ground.
And of course I didn't. We might lose this match. That'd be a little bit embarrassing. I think we got it though. They're both the medium and the light are hit away from being taken out. And once we get that taken care of, oh, okay. There's a way to turn on the if you hold down the right trigger, you can turn on the turn order. And so you can see that I could take out either one of these, but this guy's going next. So if we take him out, Ludo will get his turn, and he can take him out, and then it's just Julius. So we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna come in here. I'm not worried about the crit. I'm just gonna try to take him out. Although I should have gone for the crit because they can dodge, and if he dodged that, that would have been unfortunate for me. So we're gonna come after this guy, and of course we messed up the crit. Didn't matter. We were able to take him out. The crit's just like a thing that you'll get better at over time. So you should try and go for it. Eventually you'll be good enough that you'll get it most of the time. And as you can see, we're doing almost no damage to this heavy because we are attacking him from a height disadvantage, and we are a size level that is not geared to fight him. Even with our flanking advantage. Although we didn't, yeah, we did have a flanking advantage. Let's go with this guy right here. And see if we can crit. Yeah, we got a crit. This is still not a good situation to be in. Hopefully he can pull out a dodge. No, he cannot. Unfortunate. We still might lose this match. We might have a chance to pull through though. I might need to use let's see, how much time it uses 2. So we're just gonna come here and we're going to attack Julius. Next turn we'll use Empower Self, and hopefully that'll be enough for us to be able to pull through and beat this guy. We may not need to use Empower Self. Yeah, we may be able to pull this out without having to use it. I think Empower Self at this point would only eat up one of our valuable turns. I think we're only probably 2 turns away from killing him. Yeah, so let's just go this way. We'll skip Empower Self, and of course I would fumble. We can make up for that though here if I can manage a crit. There we go. I think it helps a lot when I'm not talking when I do that swing meter. If you're talking, if I'm talking, it feels like it's a lot harder to hit that. So we got a victory, and we're gonna get our first badge, and that is the Purgos Training Badge. And with that, we'll be able to enter into far more different matches. If I was trying to be like really gamey and gaming this right now, I'd probably have played all of those training matches just for the extra experience. However, that would take a lot of time, and I'm trying to be somewhat entertaining, at least as entertaining as I can be. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and start letting us watch the cutscenes.
We made a couple of fans with our performance here. Quite lovely ones at that.
I hate to break it to you, but those are channelers of the high sect, priestesses of the affinity gods. They're not here to fraternize with us.
Hello, we are Sisters of the Order of Aetius. We have watched you fight, young warriors. You are most impressive.
Thank you.
I see you fight under the flag of Munio's school.
Yes, my friend here is the son of the great Munio. We're carrying on his school's tradition of excellence. And he is a most powerful warrior, just like his father.
Ludo, please.
Munio was not only a great warrior, he was a hero to the people of Imperia.
Yes, and his connection to the affinity gods was strong and true.
How do you two know so much about my father?
Let's just say that the members of the High Sect are fans of the games.
We wish much luck to you both. May you prove worthy successors to the man whose school you now lead.
See? I told you they were fans.
He was wearing the amulet. I hope he understands the responsibility that comes with it.
I think he will prove himself in time.
I hope you're right, sister. I hope you're right.
Okay, how about them graphics, huh? Alright, so now you see we have a lot more options. We can go and talk about the history. This is mostly just them talking to us. You can unlock a few quests this way. Let's see, we got recruiting options. If we want to come here, we could look to see if there was someone we wanted to bring into our company. And as you can see, that these people are grayed out, and that's because, well, we probably don't have the money. Other people will be grayed out for other reasons, such as they want you to do something for them first, or something along those lines. But you can see that there are 2 price tags on every single person. If I click on him, you can see that we can recruit him permanently for 900 dinar. That's what the currency is called, I believe, dinari. And if we wanted to only spend 90 dinar, we could recruit him temporarily. What that means is we can recruit him for 1 match, and when we do that, we can't control him during that battle. But it might be a nice way to like bolster a small school for like a larger battle. If you're going to go into like a championship match and your school only has 4 gladiators, but the match allows for 5 or 6 gladiators, you might want to temporarily recruit 2 more if none of them are suitable for a permanent slot, just to pad out your ranks and help deal a little bit more damage to the opponents. We're not going to recruit anyone immediately, I don't think. At least not without looking at the league options. So if you come here, you can see that we have a couple of different league options. Some of them are grayed out, and some of them won't be. Some of them may not be appearing at all. There might be more leagues in this city that only appear at certain times, or once you've done certain other leagues, or once you've done certain other quests. And if you wanted to see what this grayed out one required, you can hit the details right here, and it will tell you that it requires no badges. The problem is, though, that we have a popularity rating deficiency, and if you look at the bottom of the right hand screen, I'm going to put my mouse on screen just for a second, right here, it says that we have 3% popularity. We need at least 10%. So we'd have to increase this before we could enter this league. And you can also see that here, that there are different tiers listed right here. It has a amateur tier, a semi-pro tier, and a pro tier. Right now we are amateurs, and basically we will become the next rank of tier whenever we advance to the next part of the world map. And if you want to increase your popularity rating, you basically do that by entering into a match. Let's see, how many people can fight in this one? 1 for 3 versus 2. Let's just see who we're fighting. It's a free match. And if I don't like the setup, I'll just back out. So we're just going to bring both of them in. We're going to hit done, see who we're fighting. 2 lights, this should be an easy match. And this is going to be, well, they are peltist, and that could be a problem. At least I think one of them is. I can, let's see, there's whack and inspect the enemy. Maybe, I can't, it's been a little bit. Okay, right here. A bandit, no problem. We can take him on pretty easily. And, ooh, a Nordoff citizen, no problem. Easy match. I thought they were Peltis. They're not. Peltis can be a little bit more annoying, but if they don't have anyone to like bog you down in melee, they're not that good unless they can take you out very quickly. They're like a ranged spear thrower, javelin thrower rather. Let's just see. Okay, so this guy's gonna come up here, and what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna quickly, if I can get control of my camera. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna come right here, and I'm going to attack him. And let's see if we can hit a crit. We did. Now, right over here. Yep, you see this right here? That is basically your popularity for the match, and you can see we got a movement up. And what that means is every time you hit one of those popularity things, popularity clicks, you basically get a bonus for that match. And also, the higher that popularity rating is for the match, the more popularity you will earn from the fight. So, let's go ahead and come up here and start approaching up on this Nordahl citizen. Shouldn't be a problem. You can see he came in with a spear attack. This guy, I don't know, I think he's an Imperial Bandit, which means he won't have the ability to shapeshift, but I believe the Nordahl Bandits have the ability to shapeshift into bears and wolves and stuff, and that could be a little bit more annoying, but he ain't gonna last long. Although he could use it as a heal. Shapeshifting does heal some of the damage you've taken. Right here, we're going to go ahead and go in with a strike. That's the only moves we know right now. We critted her. And one other thing to note is that when you are in an arena match like this, your characters cannot die. They are immune, so to say. The healers basically will take care of you and make sure that doesn't happen. And the same goes for your opponents. However, if we are on the overland map and we get into a random encounter, then our characters most definitely can and will die if they fall unconscious. I'm not sure if that includes your main characters. If your main characters can die, that would probably be a game over. But they might just get knocked unconscious. It might just be like, you know, your minor characters die. I can't really recall that part. I usually avoid overland encounters if I can, just because they're so dangerous. The possibility of someone dying, that's not something I'm really fond of. And so there we go. We won the match. We got a victory. We're gonna get a little bit of popularity, maybe some money. I didn't even see what the rewards are. You can check. We got 503 dinars. Gained a little bit of experience, and maybe our popularity rating went up. We'll check that. Yep, we're at 6% now. So real quick, if you want to see what the rewards for these battles are, so you can determine which one you want to join, just hit the Y button, and you can see that we're gonna get between 500 and 550 for this match. And down here, we're going to see that we can get 1,000 to 1,500 for this match down here. And, you know, if you were doing like a serious playthrough, you might consider doing all these matches just for the experience. Again, I'm not going to do every single match because I would like to go explore. And I think that's what we're going to do right now. Pergos is a really nice starting area, but I would really like to explore. But before we do that, let's come over here to the legendary Bartonis. Every single town has a store.
It is an honor to outfit the son of Munion.
Let me just skip through all this. Okay, and so every town has a store, and if you just want to maybe like equip yourself with new gear, you can come here, and you can see if there's anything that you like. Now, the things that are grayed out, they might be grayed out because we can't afford it. They could also be grayed out because they cannot be used by our character's class. There is class-specific gear. You might also notice on the left side of the screen, there is a blue thing next to this hip flask and a brown thing next to this hip flask. Well, those are affinities, and basically there are 4 different, a couple different, basically like gods of this universe, and you can dedicate your character to one god at a time. It's hard to change. If you're gonna go to an affinity, I would basically just specialize your character towards one specific affinity. In my experience, there's no way to know in advance what kind of affinity enemies you'll be fighting against, other than the dark affinity people who will come into play later in the game. And so there's no reason to specialize against a specific affinity. I usually just match up the defensive affinity with the offensive affinity. Like this guy right here, Ludo's already situated to do that. You can see he has 10 affinity attack and 10 affinity defense. And we'll get into that more. It's basically just another attack option. But it's a little bit special in that you have to build up affinity score in order to use that. Now he doesn't have a shield. Can we get a shield here? We can get a couple different shields. It would change his affinity defense. What about Valens? We can get him the Soldier Scutum. However, that would decrease his accuracy. I'm not fond of that idea, but it would increase his defense by quite a large amount. We could also give him the Beast Shield. It increases his defense by a little bit, but it does not negatively impair his accuracy. I like that option more. Shields do break. I find that they break a little bit too often. So ideally, you want to buy multiple shields, and you don't want to equip your character with the ultimate shields ever at any given time. You can see right now, it's actually not showing us the cost of the item. And so if we want to fix that, basically, we just have to hit the left and right trigger a couple times. I don't know exactly why it does that, but it's basically storing it by different options. When it does that, it changes the price. Or changes the figure shown under the price. Like see right here, this is level. This is showing the item level. This right here is, I don't know what the gold star is. I guess prestige. I don't know. Maybe you gotta be a certain popularity rating to use that. I don't know. But we're gonna go with the gold, and we are going to equip Valens with the Beast Shield. Yes, and we are going to buy one more so that he has a spare, because your shields do break, honestly, far too often in my opinion. Okay, we got a couple different let's see, we can come here, and the chainmail guard, can we not afford it, or we're not high enough level to use it? Let's see, it requires level 2. Yes, we're not high enough level to use that yet, so I'm just not even gonna bother buying it. Okay, so you also have a Munio school option right here. This is how you're going to manage your school. Yep. You got different gladiators. You come here and you can upgrade their skills. If you have job points is what it's called. And we have some for him. I'm going to save them up. If you come all the way down here, you can see that some of these skills get very expensive. 40 points for an upward slash. 36 for Affinity Attack 4 if we wanted to try and upgrade his Affinity. Although you can't buy this right away, you have to buy Affinity Attack 2, then 3, then 4. And combo attacks and discipline, you know, a lot of really cool things in this area. One thing I will give you a heads up on early on is that we are going to try and rely on Ludo as little as possible. He does eventually leave the school as part of the story mode. And so I don't really care to level him up as fast as everyone else. And I also don't care to give him the best gear possible. We will want to do a little bit of that, leveling him up and whatnot, because we are required to use him in certain key story battles. And I don't want to be carrying dead weight into those battles. However, I'm not going to make him a primary focus in my school. Valens, on the other hand, we will have him till the very end of the game. It's be very nice to get him leveled up and give him the best gear possible. That's not why I didn't buy Ludo a shield. The reason I didn't buy him a shield was because none of the affinities matched his. World map. It's gonna give us a little story.
Dark, man always makes the first move.
That archer shows up in the game.
The heart of the Dark God is freed to draw upon the long dormant powers of evil.
That archer right there actually joins her party, and I don't know if it ever actually reveals that she was here when this happened.
To spread across the land.
But she does eventually join your party, and it's a little bit later in the game, so you may not. So I imagine a lot of people in the first playthrough didn't notice that she was in that little cutscene, because it isn't later on in the game that she joins. But she is in fact in the game. She will join our party as a primary main character kind of thing. She's the first honest to god bow and arrow archer we'll have access to. Let's go ahead and save the game. And unfortunately, we cannot yet control ourselves on the overworld map. We are still in this cutscene phase. Maybe I can just leave the town right away.
Well, merely continue.
Ah,
We have started over.
you have this.
I thank you.
So we came. Well then.
Okay. So we're just gonna go into the world map. I might just travel back to Pyrgos. I just really wanted to show y'all how this world map system works. That is up to you. Accident. Okay. So here we are. You can see that there are traveling NPCs. Almost like 95% of the time, none of them have anything worth mentioning. They don't have any. They usually don't have any gear. Usually don't have any like quest or interesting dialogue options. We could go to Caltha right now. This is what this is. This is Caltha capital. We can't do anything there. If I go in there, it's just gonna automatically start like an NPC match. I don't care to watch NPCs fight each other. I don't even remember where Pyrgos is, to be honest. Let's see. I think it was actually the other way, more towards our school. Yep, right over here, across the bridge, and I believe we will find Pyrgos. And here's our school. We can come here to practice, but I don't particularly care to do that. Up here, this is how we can get to another region. However, they're going to tell us no. Because we are too weak. So she said no. Okay, so Pyrgos Arena. Let's do a couple matches, and I might recruit somebody. If I have a Peltus, I'll recruit a Peltus. Oh, well, they do. But he wants 25 more popularity. She wants a higher level school. Yeah. So no interesting Peltus right now available for hire. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go for today. If y'all enjoyed this video, please stay tuned for episode 2. I'll see you next time.